Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wadeen Gymnasium for this huge late regular season matchup between the Husson Eagles and the UMPI Owls. I'm Ricky Goupel. Anthony Searles will be on camera tonight, and this should be a good one, folks. The Husson Eagles enter with a record of 17-5. They are 7-2 in NAC East play, currently holding the top position there. And then they are just coming off a 49-44 loss versus UMF. Very uncharacteristic for the Eagles to score that few points. In that game, they shot 2 for 21 for 3 and 30% overall. So you got to think they're going to shoot better than that tonight. That is a season low for sure. And part of the reason why they only scored 44 points, but that is their most recent game against the Farmington Beavers, who are just a little bit behind them in conference play at 8-3. And then Husson, they're first in the conference in rebounds. They are first in points allowed, so defense is the key for the Eagles. First in points allowed, first in rebounds. They clean up the boards really well, and they also score pretty well, with the exception of last game. They are fourth in the conference points per game, fourth in three-point percentage, and fifth in field goal percentage, so they shoot decently well. Last game was definitely an exception to their usual clip. Husson started the season 13-2, but since then they are 3-4, so kind of coasting a little bit right now, and that's something they're going to want to turn around here on the road in a hostile environment tonight. They have lost 4 of 5 to the UMPI Owls, and we'll get into that a little bit more in the future. Some of their key players to watch: Riles Neff, he's their stud. He averages 18.2 points per game. He's a transfer from a Division II school, Menlo College, over in California. And he has come in and taken the scoring duties away for the Eagles. Jeremy Maranta, also 14.4 points per game. You get a lot of production out of him. Derek Collin is a grad student. Definitely some leadership out of him. He'll get a start tonight. And then their big men, their post presence: Scott Lewis, Jared Balser. Jared Balser 6'9", Scott Lewis 6'6". You got to look out for them when they're out there, and that's something they're going to have an advantage over the Owls tonight when they are out there. So that's another thing. Those guys only average about 20 minutes each. We'll see if Coach Warren Caruso decides to give them more minutes tonight or what have you. So looking at the UMPI Owls, they're 10-12, 5-4 in NAC East play, coming off a split weekend against Maine Maritime. And so the Owls, a team that just can't seem to get the ball rolling and string wins together this year. Their longest win streak is 2. They have not won more than 2 games in a row. Every time it seems like they have momentum, they drop a close game. And that's another thing about the Owls. Every game they play is close, all except for one, which was a blowout against UMaine Augusta way back in November. All except one has been decided by 10 points or less. Doesn't matter who the opponent is. Doesn't matter if they're playing a team on paper that's way better than them or way worse than them. They're going to play in a close game, and that's the Owls. They have struggled to close down the stretch, but they've also won some really close games. An overtime buzzer beater against Bowdoin, or a buzzer beater to send it overtime against Bowdoin, and some other late game heroics have led the Owls to their 10-12 record. Could be a lot worse, but could also be a lot better. They are 1-4 in games that they score 70 or less. So that's another thing. The Owls, they are third in the conference in scoring at 80.4 points per game, but 10th in the conference in points allowed. Husson's first. So Husson has the best defense. UMPI near the bottom of the back of the pack for defense. So that's another thing. Something's got to give tonight when these stats collide like this. Some players to watch: the big 3, Doug McCullough, Gilbert Jean, Danny Harris. Gilbert Jean and Danny Harris, newest members of the 1,000-point club here at UMPI this past weekend. And then Aki McMichael, a guy who played for UMPI last year, transferred out, and then transferred back, came back this semester, is getting a lot of minutes. He will earn a start tonight, and he seems to be a big guy to facilitate the basketball. That guy they were looking for since they graduated Griffin Jarrett of last season. Aki McMichael has taken some of those responsibilities, and he's done a great job since coming back, and he will earn a start tonight. So the mentioned 4 out of 5, UMPI has beat Husson, although Husson had a 27-game win streak that dated all the way back to 1997, up until 2 years ago. 2 years ago, February 8th, today's February 6th, when UMPI finally snapped that win streak. It was a 20-point comeback at home, one of the best home UMPI games of all time, especially under the tenure of Coach Dan Kane. Husson won the next matchup, December of 2022. Husson outscored UMPI 60-31 in the second half of that game. UMPI won the next matchup last year here, January 31st, and UMPI had a huge second half in that game as well. And then they met up last year in the NAC East semifinals. Griffin Jarrett dropped 39 points, and UMPI pulled away with a 97-87 victory. That was a playoff matchup. And then earlier this year, a couple weeks ago, January 23rd, down at Husson, UMPI came away with a 75-67 victory that they pulled away in the end, and that was the first win at Newman Gymnasium in a long, long time. I don't have the stat on that, but UMPI has certainly flipped the script with Husson in recent years, winning 4 of the last 5. But of course, none of that matters here tonight, and all that matters is that this has heavy playoff implications for both sides. So that's going to do it for our pregame show. Again, Ricky Goupel on the call, Anthony Searles on camera. They will have a brief pregame ceremony, and we'll send it down to the floor for that. So those are your starting lineups of the national anthem. For Husson, it'll be Derek Collin, Jeremy Maranta, Riles Neff, Jared Balser, and Andre McCulley. And for UMPI, it's Doug McCullough, Anki McMichael, Miles Jones, Danny Harris, and Gilbert Jean. To jump, it'll be Doug McCullough, Jared Balser. McCullough 6'5", Balser 6'9", making a 6'5" guy look a little small as Hootie the Owl's in the gym. People are ready for that. It's a big game when Hootie the Owl suits up. UMPI will win the tip, and Gilbert Jean will control. Jean back to Miles Jones. McCullough, tough spot, nice backdoor dish. Gilbert Jean and UMPI will draw first blood up 2-0. Riles Neff to take it up for Husson. And the D2 transfer from California. Now 7th in the conference in scoring. They dish it off. Maranta, 3, no good. Rebounded by McCullough. Jones, look what I found to Doug McCullough. Battling there with Balser. He's going to have the sides advantage all night long. McCullough tries a 3 from the top. He makes it drop, and it's 5-0. UMPI with a ideal start here as the gym is getting full, folks. And that's on a night that Presque Isle Caribou girls basketball play, too. Riles Neff pulls up for 3 on the left wing, no good. That's Presque Isle Caribou High School, a huge rivalry game as well over in Caribou. So that shows that not many people in Aroostook County in this area left home tonight, as there's a lot of good basketball to watch. The women to follow this one scheduled for 7:30. Husson still looking for their first basket here, 18:35 to go in the first. Here's Maranta, dishes back to Neff. UMPI closing out. Neff, a guy you really got to close out on quick. All the way over, McCulley puts it on the floor. Jab step, now has to get it to Balser at the right elbow, back to McCulley. He's bumped, tried rolling it back to Balser. McCullough gets a steal, and he does that well. Doug McCullough gets a steal for UMPI, and it's 5-0. Jones. At the left elbow, hands back to McMichael. Anki McMichael pull up J, free throw line, around and out. Rebounded by Balser. Two and a half minutes gone in this one. Husson looking for the first points. There's a take by Neff and a nice scoop layup. Gets Husson on the board. It's 5-2. Jean back to Miles Jones. Stolen away. Collin trying to go coast to coast with Jean closing out. Jones comes in and he fouls him. So Derek Collin, the grad student from Bar Harbor, Maine, MDI High School, playing at Husson forever it seems, will have a pair of free throws here. .68% from the line on the year for Collin.
Jump ball down here.
Collin makes both. It's 5-4. Jean Recent 1,000-point score for UMPI. Hands off underneath to Danny Harris. Good play there. UMPI back up by 3. These teams have had a lot of close battles the last few years. Mentioned it in pregame. UMPI winning the 4 of the last 5, but they've all been competitive, at least at some point in the game. And UMPI has had the upper hand here at home the last 2 years when these two teams met up. McCulley, a corner 3, too strong. Rebounded by Gilbert Jean. Jean hesitation, steps back into a 3. It's short. Up ahead, Colin. No look pass underneath McCulley. Well, I say no look. He was looking, but he had the defender fooled with the head fake. And it's 7-6 Husson, or 7-6 UMPI, excuse me. Jean steps back, now gives to Harris. Mishandles it, and up Husson's going to make a pay. Colin with a steal. Going the other way, Maranta, but coming from behind is McMichael. A nice back tip. So making up for the sloppy turnover there was Aki McMichael. This is as full as I've seen with Dean all year long. It was the same way last year when Husson came to town. Neff had a ball screen, thought about shooting, now he drives. Riles Neff has to go through to McCulley, corner pocket 3, around and out, tipped in the air, and tipped all the way back to midcourt. And it was tipped, so Husson can keep possession here. Shot clock resets to 20. Maranta behind the back, goes up over Jones, no good. Rebounded by Maranta, ended up back up in his hands. He can't get the putback, and then it's tipped out of bounds, and Husson will keep it. So frustrating turn of events there for UMPI as Husson kept getting second chances. They'll have another chance here as that was last touched by Miles Jones. Husson coached by Warren Caruso. His 30th season with the Eagles, took over in 1994. UMPI coached by Dan Kane in his 7th season. Kane played for Coach Caruso for a year back in the late 2000s and then transferred to Farmington for his final 3 years. Still some connections though. Rebounded by Jones, and it's an empty possession for the Eagles. Up ahead, Harris. Euro step. Balser came in, and we'll see if they get Balser or if they get Colin on that foul. And I think they're going to get Colin, number 0. So Balser came in with a clean block, but they had the foul on Colin before. And the student section sarcastically cheers as one of their fan favorite officials makes a call to go their way. Harris good on the first. UMPI 10th in the conference free throw percentage. An area they have struggled in, but they have been improving. They were, I think, at one point last in the conference. Front of the rim, and they split the pair. Balser with the easy board. Up ahead, Maranta trying to get around Doug McCullough. 1 versus 1, and Maranta finishes. Say 1 versus 1. The jersey number 1, not 1-on-1. McMichael back to Gilbert Jean. David Ellington's off the bench for the Owls. Jean dishes back, but it's stolen by McCulley. A back tip by Harris. McCulley keeps it. Runs into contact. They'll get a block foul on Jones. And was it before the shot? I believe it was. Yeah. So it's 8-8 right now. 14:56 to go. No media timeouts in regular season here, as we just keep going until there's a whistle. Neff to take it in for Husson, gets it into McCulley. Bryce Lawrence into the game for UMPI, a great defender for the Owls. Likely in for that purpose. Maranta dishes back out. Colin a baseline J, no good. Right back to Maranta, he's got another easy board. Try to find Balser, it's through his hands. Ellington fighting for it with McCulley. They let him play, gets it back to Neff. Nice thread of the needle pass to Maranta, he finishes. And that's what you're going to get with fast-paced basketball, is some chaos like that. Lawrence has a free lane to the rim, too strong. He's fouled, and he'll have 2 shots. So UMPI, a team that loves to play freelance, very fast-paced style. Husson can play that way too, but they also have been known to slow it down. Last season when they met in the playoffs, that was a huge factor to UMPI playing the game they wanted to play, and almost led wire to wire in that one to beat the Eagles and move on to the NAC East Championship before losing to Farmington in the end. Lawrence misses the first. Couple of subs in for Husson. It's Eric Ehlers, excuse me, with the pronunciation guide, and Scott Lewis. So Balser checks out, as does Derek Collin. Lawrence hits the second. It's 10-9. These two teams again met up 2 weeks ago down in Bangor. UMPI came in with an 8-point victory. Neff, a catch and shoot. Don't leave him open. It's front of the rim, though, and rebounded by McCullough. Lawrence back to McCullough. Hands off to Bryce Lawrence. Little give and go action. McCullough has it right side. Try to get around Lewis. Lewis takes away the angle. McCullough up and under. Tough shot, no good. Rebounded by Neff. Neff put a bounce pass on the floor. Just out of reach of Jeremy Maranta. Bryce Lawrence takes it up. Gene had some space, decides not to shoot it. It's poked free by McCullough. He's getting his hands into everything right now. UMPI's able to keep it. But Husson winning the steal battle right now, which is something that UMPI does really well. And we'll get a whistle. I'm not sure what it's for. I think they got to reset the clock. And there'll be an official conference over there. And put 13 on the clock. So that's what it was. They're correcting the shot clock as it went all the way in the backcourt, but Husson never gained possession, so that's why the clock didn't reset. Gene to get it into Lawrence. Ellington, pull-up jumper in the lane, around the rim and out. Rebounded by Jeremy Maranta. Up ahead, Andre McCulley stutters, now gives back to Ehlers. Neff, Luke Caruso's on the bed, or at the table, coming in off the bench for Husson. Lewis tries spinning around. Ehlers swung. Neff thought about shooting at 10 on the shot clock. Now he does for three. Riles Neff off the mark. Rebounded by Maranta. And Husson doing what we thought they would do, is winning the battle of the boards, but not much to show from it on the second chance opportunities. Lawrence to Gene. Another sub in the game for Husson. It's Taupe Alo. Outside, McCullough for three. Husson going deep into their bench now. Just Neff, the only starter out there for the Eagles. Alo drives, it's blocked by Lawrence. Kind of reach a stalemate in this one. Been a while since we've had any scoring. We go back on the live stats, see when the last time somebody scored was. They get it in, Neff. Runner, tough shot, had some backspin on it, and it's short. Haven't had a score since 14 minutes, so it's been about over 2 minutes of game time. 14:25 was the last time UMPI made a free throw. Caruso running the wing, too strong. Rebounded by Gene. Gene, a three from the top. It's short, right to Scott Lewis for the board. A low, streaking down the floor, gets it to Ehlers, now Neff in the corner. 11:42 to go, first half. Neff stops in the lane, kicks out. Ehlers tries a three. It's short, rebounded by Lawrence. He's able to get it up ahead to Ellington. But it's stolen by a low, quick hands, and Husson gets another takeaway. UMPI first in the conference in turnover margin, but not tonight. They get a lot of steals and they usually take care of the ball well, which is tough for a team that plays a lot of freelance, but it's their strong suit, but not tonight with the Eagles. Credit to them. A low, catch and shoot from the corner. It's short, tipped in the air. Lawrence had it for a second. Caruso tried saving it, and I think we got some conflicting signals. And they're going to say it's Husson basketball. First glance, I'd say I disagree, but look at a second chance here looking at my monitor. We'll get a timeout on the floor. Yeah, that's a weird one. It's hard to tell who that went off. Kind of went between somebody's legs. They're going to say Lawrence touched it last. But if you go back now, you have a chance since it's a replay. There's really no way to tell from our angle who that went off of. So Husson will have it with 11:01 to go. 10-9 Eagles. And I'll be fortunate enough not to be down more with the way Husson has shot it. Mentioned 2 for 21 for 3 in their last outing. Not a great percentage to start tonight. Although if you're Husson, you got to think they're going to fall eventually, and you'd definitely rather them fall towards the end of a game than at the beginning of a game. So Husson basketball right in front of the UMPI bench. Husson 0 for 9 for 3 tonight. There you go. So that's 2 of their last 30 if you count last game against Farmington. Underneath Lewis, up against Saquon Carswell. Tough defense by Carswell, but better offense by Scott Lewis. And he gets the and 1 to go. Husson also just 4 of 19 from the field. 5 of 20, you count that last one from the field, so not a great percentage there either. UMPI unable to capitalize on that low rate right now, though. Trailing by 4 as Scott Lewis completed the and 1. Underneath Lawrence, nice up fake, but blocked from behind by Ehlers. Lobbed it in to nobody. It's loose. Carswell gets it back to Ellington now. He drives, kicks back. Carswell for 3. It's short. Nobody there to rebound for UMPI. There's 4 green jerseys staring at each other. And Ehlers stepped on the line. Lawrence into the front court, hands off to Melik. Lewis Harris gets it back, and we'll finally have a foul now to go against Husson. I think they're going to get Taupe a low on that one. So really a low-scoring affair through the first 10 minutes, just 13-9, which has been on par for the last 2 games for Husson, just 44 points against Farmington. Nice pass underneath Carswell with the shot clock winding down. That's not a good foul for Coach Caruso. As Maranta will be booked, Carswell will have 2 free throws. UMPI a broken possession there. Right now it's been playing Husson's game in this one. And Saquon makes the first. And the second as well from a 71% free throw shooter on the year. And it's 13-11. Slow moving. It's been a while since UMPI's had a field goal. Lewis to Ehlers, now to Maranta, back to Caruso up top. Has to get rid of it. Husson working around the perimeter right now. A low drives to Caruso. Kick and drive right now for Husson. Lobbed underneath Lewis. With Melik defending, holding his own down there. 5 on the shot clock. Maranta drives up and under. It was beautiful. No good. A low fights for the board, and he gets it back. Husson doing everything you can imagine on the offensive glass right now. Lewis into traffic. His shot banks in. Scott Lewis, good finish. Melik to Danny Harris, 15-11, 8:50 to go first half. Harris drives, some traffic, and it's clean, they say. Rebounded by Lewis, up ahead, a low, streaking now all the way over to Ehlers. Ehlers pull up Jay with Melik harassing him, and Ehlers buries it. 17-11. Yeah, UMPI hasn't had a field goal in a long time. 17 minutes is what I got for the last UMPI field goal. Since then, it's been free throws. (17-14). Danny Harris hit a layup to make it 7-4. Then it's been 4 free throws since. So almost 9 minutes, over 9 minutes of game time. That's got to be the longest drought of the season for the Owls, a team that's third in the conference in scoring. Husson will take it. Melik lobs it into the safe man, McMichael. He's able to track it down at midcourt. McMichael outside Melik to end the drought. Too strong over everything. Rebounded by Maranta. Neff back of the floor for Husson. Hesitates, now drives, fouled by Lawrence. And frustration starting to set in for the Owls right now. So 12 minutes into this half. And they have just 3 field goals. Unbelievable. Neff to take it out. Lewis going to work over McCullough. It's an easy shot, and it rolls down. The lead grows up to 8 now for Husson, 19-11, but it really feels like a lot more. McMichael loses it, and there's another turnover. Up ahead, Neff with Melik chasing him down. They let him play. Neff might have been struck in the head there. Other end, Lawrence. We're going to foul on the rebound. Actually, on the shot, they say. So Bryce Lawrence will have 2 free throws. And UMPI a chance to end the run, but still no field goals. In about 10 minutes of game time. Coach Caruso strongly disagrees. He's had 2 technical fouls in as many trips to UMPI in the last 2 years. One was 2 years ago, the one, it was less than 5 minutes into the game he got one. It was kind of out of nowhere. And then last year, towards the end of the game, Lawrence is able to hit both. So there's been a bright spot for the Owls offensively the last 10 minutes. He's made 4 free throws in a row. Lewis going to step into a 3, left wing, no good. Hits the support beam over to UMPI. 7:16 to go first half, 19-13. If you're just joining us, you haven't missed much offense. Which I'd say is, I mean, Husson scores a lot too. I don't want to negate anything they do offensively. They average 80.1 a game. UMPI averages 80.4. But right now, it just seems like this is the game Husson wanted to play here today. They get a steal off a block shot. Kyle O'Hare is in for Husson. Neff tries a 3. No good. And UMPI is very fortunate these shots aren't falling for Husson. The frustration on both sides, but Husson still has a stranglehold, really, and they're only up 6. McMichael weaving his way through, gets it back. Harris to end the drought, and he gets it. For the first time in 11 minutes almost, UMPI has a field goal, and it's a 3 by Danny Harris. 19-16. The defense chant erupts from the student section. McCauley back to Kyle O'Hare. Now Neff back to McCauley. Thought about shooting. Now he does from the right elbow. Banks it in. Crowd silencer there. Andre McCauley. 6 minutes to go. Jones dishes out to Jean with Maranta. Jean spins off of him into nothing. Has to kick back McMichael. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Spin move. McCullough to the hoop. No good. Well defended by Husson. Other way, Maranta gets it back. O'Hare has a layup. No good. McCullough to Jones at the free throw line. Back to McCullough. Tries a shot right in the face of Scott Lewis, and that's a tip your cap play as UMPI gets one to fall there. Jared Balser's ready to get back in for Husson. We're going to foul. Go against McMichael, I believe, and they will say it is not in the act. I didn't see any fingers indicating there were two shots. That'll be the 15th foul on the Owls, 6 on Husson, so the next one against the Eagles will be a 1-and-1. McCauley up top. Pulls up, free throw line, shot off the back of the iron, rebounded by Danny Harris, runs into McCauley. We'll see if they get a charge or a block. And it's a block on McCauley. So now that should be 1-and-1. And it will be.
Here you go, Danny.
Harris gets his first free throw to fall off the back of the rim and in. 4:40 to go. That'll be a chance to pull back within one. No good on the second. Rebounded by Balser, but stolen by Harris, but he stepped out of bounds. Husson will have it. Jean trailing Neff. McCauley in the lane, kicks out O'Hare. Now Maranta motioning to O'Hare to move, clearing him out. So now Maranta drives. Goes up with a tough shot. He buries it. Jeremy Maranta makes it 23-19. Lower energy now here at the end of this first half. What has been a grudge match, to say the least. Miles Jones elevates into a mid-range jumper. McCauley, too strong. Go the other way. McMichael. UMPI has just been unable to push the pace like they usually do. They've had to settle into offensive sets, and they're a team that doesn't have many of those. Jean pulls up for three, right in his defender's face. A tough shot, and Gilbert Jean puts UMPI ahead. Who would have guessed it? Timeout Husson, 3:25 to go first. 24-23 UMPI, and Gilbert Jean gets a little momentum back in the sails of the Owls. Just been ugly out there. There's really no other word. It has been ugly. did earlier. 3:25 to go. Get a look at Hootie the Owl over there. O'Hare for three. He buries it. Kyle O'Hare answers for Husson. They're back up 2. Other end, Harris up against defenders. No good. Last touch by Husson. This should stay with UMPI. That should definitely stay with the Owl. On my first look, that should stay with UMPI. Unless there's another... Unless there's another angle I didn't have. That was last touch by Husson, by O'Hare. A 3 by Neff, and he buries it, makes him pay. Now Husson all of a sudden up by 5 again, 29-24 after that 3 by Gene that warranted a timeout by Coach Caruso. Husson back up 5, a couple of 3s in a row. Finally getting him to fall. Harris in trouble, falls out of bounds. An ugly play there for UMPI. Found his way through the defenders and had no chance to recover. UMPI gonna put on a little pressure here, looks like. Maybe that'll get the game going more their pace. Neff has it with space. A high post by Balser. Rolls off the screen. Balser in trouble. Counted and one. Jared Balser. One of the weirdest looking and ones you'll see. He has a nice soft touch and finishes. Off the pick and roll, all the way. The pick was all the way a few feet behind the 3-point line. He misses the free throw, though. 7-point lead, Husson, 31-24. Their biggest lead was 8, 19-11 at one point. UMPI clawed their way back in it. Much needed 3 for McCullough. And UMPI is shooting well from beyond the arc, all things considered, with just 27 first half points. Neff. UMPI 4 for 9 for 3, 5 for 10 if you count the last one. We're going to foul against the Owls. This will be 1-1 territory now with 1:56 to go in the half. (33-27). Husson with the lead. Nice pass by McCullough. He has to get it through, though, McMichael. And they swing it back to McCullough up top. He drives. Tough shot. No good. And Jared Balser slapped the backboard. Usually that's a whistle if he slaps the backboard. On the other end, Husson with a quick bucket. If the ball's in the air, but I mean, I guess they're going to say the ball had no chance to go in. Jones fouled by Balser. Eight-point Eagle lead, 35-27. They finally gotten some shots to fall, which has put them up by 8 here. Big 3 by Gene to make it 24-23. Since then, it's been 9-3, 9-4 in favor of Husson. Put them up by 7. 11. Sorry. Quick math. 12-4 to put them up by 7. Maranta dribbles out in front, gets Lawrence in the air, and then Maranta travels. He disagrees. 1:10 to go. It has been a grind for points here in this first half for both sides, but Husson has had control defensively. There's another backboard slap, rebounded by McCullough. There's no call. Lawrence has to drive, kicks it out. Harris for three. He gets it, and now all of a sudden UMPI isn't so mad anymore as they get a three instead of the goaltending call or the basket interference call, whatever it would have been. Neff, 40 seconds to go. 4-point game. McCullough stepped out of bounds, back over to the Owls. 25.9 seconds, the shot clock will be off, and they'll have a chance to pull back within a possession here before the break. Lawrence, nice backdoor cut by McMichael, lays it in. 5 seconds left. Husson going to try to get a heave up. Neff navigating through, tie up at midcourt with 1.2. Arrow favors the Owls. It should be this way. They switched it too quick. It should be UMPI basketball. They switched it too quick. Yeah, I saw it too. It was already signaling UMPI, and then they switched it before the official had a chance to look at the arrow. That is why they signaled Husson originally. It will be UMPI basketball. They corrected. Good officiating there. I think that's just a table mistake as they switched it before the official could take a glance. So 1.2 seconds. It might not mean much anyway. They get it in. McMichael puts up a heave. It's short. So that's going to do it. The first half, they definitely picked up a bit at the end, but certainly throughout a grind, 4 points. 35-33, Husson with the lead. We'll go down through some scoring. First for UMPI, Danny Harris had 10. Doug McCullough had 8. Gilbert Jean had 5. The big three, no surprise, leading UMPI in scoring in the half. Miles Jones had 3. Bryce Lawrence had 3. And Saquon Carswell and Aki McMichael each had 2. For Husson, Riles Neff had 9, a quiet 9 from him. A couple of threes in there. 1 3 in there. Jeremy Maranta had 6. Andre McCullough had 4. Derek Collin had 2. Kyle O'Hare had 3. Scott Lewis had 7. And Eric Ehlers had 2. So a fun first half of play. Even though at times UMPI went 11 minutes without a field goal. But they still somehow find themselves only down by 2. 35-33. We'll be back for the second half of play.
Hi everyone, my name is Alonzo Lopez and I'm really happy to introduce to you guys the Presque Isle Rec Department's cheer squad. On my right I have Brooklyn, Serafina, Bailey, Ariel, Aaliyah, Bryce, Lucy, and Laura. Alright, ladies, you guys got this, and let's shine. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job, you guys. You guys want to show me your jumps? Show me your jump. Ready? Oh,
Back here at Wadeen Gymnasium at the campus of University of Maine Presque Isle. An ugly first half of play, but it really picked up at the end. Husson right now leading 35-33. We'll look at a couple of team stats right now. Husson started the night 0 for 10 for 3. They're 2 for 13 in total. UMPI 5 for 11. That's really what's been keeping them in it. Some timely shots that they've hit to stay in the game. And Husson led as many as 8, I believe, at one point. No more than that, but UMPI also went 11 minutes without a field goal, from about 17 and a half to 6.5 left in the first half. They went that long without a field goal, and they're only down 2, so they got to be counting their lucky stars a little bit that Husson wasn't shooting to the rate they normally do. Mentioned before, though, they didn't shoot well in their last game against Farmington, 30% from the field. But it looks like it's picking up a little bit towards the end of that second half, and Husson, you got to think that they're through the drought from here. Really, UMPI wants to play more of a fast-paced style. Husson did a good job slowing the game down, and UMPI, haven't been able to get out of those fast break points that they normally do. Husson was led in scoring. Riles Neff had 9, and then UMPI was led by Danny Harris, who had 10. So the usual leading scorers for both sides lead their teams at half, and looks like it'll be the same starting 5 for the Eagles. That's Jared Balser, Andre McCulley, Derek Collin, Jeremy Maranta, and Riles Neff. UMPI still huddling up here as the final seconds tick away. Derek Collin to inbound for Husson. Another thing Husson did so well in that first half was get their hands in passing lanes, try to break up what UMPI's trying to do, moving the basketball. And UMPI, a team that normally takes care of the ball pretty well, first in turnover margin in the conference. Husson will have the first possession here after that possession arrow fiasco with 1.2 seconds left in the first half, favoring UMPI. So they'll have it to start. Balser over to Neff. Shot clock at 6. He jab steps, now drive. Fadeaway jumper by Neff. Front of the rim, around, and down. Neff to double digits. Harris on the other end, Euro step through the trees. Tipped in the air, and McCulley ends up with it. But then he tried to outlet to Neff. It goes too far. And UMPI will catch a break. And they'll have it sideline out of bounds. Other games to watch tonight in the North Atlantic Conference. Farmington is at Thomas. That's a big game, as Thomas sits at 4-5. Farmington at 8-3. Farmington could end up hosting. We'll get an off-ball foul here against Jeremy Maranta. Bumped Aki McMichael to the ground. He helps him up. But that's a big game between Farmington and Thomas. Farmington could host potentially if UMPI wins tonight and Husson maybe drops one this weekend. All of a sudden, the NAC East tournament could be back in Farmington again. Jean, a 3 from the top. He cans it. Gilbert Jean, and UMPI continuing to shoot well. 50% from 3, 6 for 12 with that one. They're back within 1. Neff drives through some traffic, falling away, and he gets the roll. Nice take by Riles Neff. Jones swung to Gilbert Jean. Doug McCullough, step back, long 2, front rim, right to Miles Jones. He tips it back out, but right to the hands of Derek Collin. He goes the other way quickly. Now baseline, Collin finds himself at the rim and lays it in. An interesting take. McMichael left wing. Not a lot of movement going on right now. Gets it to Jones. UMPI taking a break maybe. 10 seconds on the shot clock, gotta do something. Harris can try to do it himself. Fades away, jumper, it's short, right to Jones. Shot clock still is gonna go down, and Husson will take it away. Tipped by McCullough. Maranta keeps it in, up ahead, McCulley, open underneath. No good, UMPI now gonna push the pace. McMichael, Euro step up and over Riles Neff, and it goes in. And Riles Neff a little shrug there, like how'd that fall? He's had a few friendly rolls himself. Neff to Maranta. Jones a little too overzealous defensively. Lucky he didn't pick up a foul. Underneath, Balser using his size. He's got a 4-inch advantage on Doug McCullough. Gene baseline, he'll be bumped. Husson up by 5, 43-38 with 17:09 to go, and Gilbert Gene's gonna have 2 free throws here. Gene 51% on the year from the line. His first trip tonight. He gets a second. Gene had 16 points in UMPI's victory down at Husson. McCulley loses it, but Maranta ends up with this. Husson will keep it. McCulley in a tough spot. You get a 3-second count. No, they'll get a foul first. And Andre McCulley will go to the line now as pace slows a little bit. McCulley 80% on the year. Soft touch on the first. Gene loses it. We'll see if it was deflected. Back over to Husson. Loses it straight out of bounds. I didn't think it was. I thought it was clean out of bounds there. Balser way up top. Maranta looking for somebody, finds Neff. Husson taking their time. Shot clock down to 10. Maranta swung. McCulley in the corner, tries to go baseline. McMichael gets back on defense. He forces his way through and steps out of bounds as the shot clock wound down. And Husson, every possession now it seems, they take it down 20, 25 seconds. And that is why we're in a low-scoring game, and it's why they're in control, because that's not the game at all that UMPI likes to play. Jones, backdoor pass, looking for Gene, out of bounds again, another turnover. Ten to 9 in turnovers tonight, although I thought it would be a little bit more of a margin. UMPI with 10, Husson with 9. Maranta up against McMichael. 2 guards going at it. Kicks it out. Neff, pull up 3. Yes. Riles Neff up to 16 in the game now. Timeout UMPI. Husson is up by 9, 48-39 with 15:43 to go. (48-39, 15:43 left in the game. Husson with their biggest lead now. They led by 8 a couple of times, but now find themselves up by 9. I'll be needing to find something. Just 6 points so far in this half. McCullough dishes out. McMichael looking for Jean. Last touch by Neff. Danny Harris thought about a 3. He has one tonight. 5 on the shot clock. Jones into traffic. Tie up. The arrow will favor UMPI. They'll catch a break there. Shot clock should reset. Or not. Might have my rules mixed up here. McCullough drives as it expires. Tipped by UMPI and back to Husson. Thought usually it resets, but could be wrong, because obviously if Husson got it, it would reset to 30, but nonetheless, UMPI wasn't going to score if that wasn't a tie-up anyway. 15 minutes to go. Husson up by 9. Look at a timeout. An official timeout. Probably another shot clock thing. They did reset it after it expired. Well, I was running before he inbounded. That's what it was. So they reset it to 20. Underneath, Maranta spins, goes up, no good. Rebounded by Harris. UMPI gonna look to run the floor. Danny Harris stops in the lane. Soft touch. It falls. The Owls needed that one. Neff with Balser screening high. Now they get him down low. Maranta steps back, gives to McCauley. Back to Jeremy Maranta. He goes left side. McMichael, tenacious defender for the Owls. Maranta slips free, has to try a desperation shot, and it goes down. Jeremy Maranta, impressive, sticking with it. Gets it to fall. 14 minutes to go. Jean curls around, has to kick out. Harris left open. He tries a 3, cashes in. UMPI continues to make the 3-ball rain down. A team that only 32% from 3-point range, 6 in the conference, so middle of the pack, but they are the best in the conference tonight. Maranta looking to answer. Too strong, rebounded by Neff. Husson, another offensive board. They try to get it back to McCulley. It goes out of play. And UMPI will get a stop. Eric Ehlers, Scott Lewis back into the game for Balser, and we'll see who else comes out. Balser and Collin. Harris drives, long strides, rebounded Ehlers. It's loose, he gets it back. Keeps the pivot foot down. Neff, a one-on-one with Gilbert Jean. He takes it down. Jean holding his own. It's tipped loose, and Jones will end up with it for UMPI, going the other way. Carswell will get a charge. Going against Saquon Carswell. Neff came in, took the player control foul. Textbook call there. Neff, no look pass to Maranta all the way over Ehlers. Danny Harris was face guarding him. Ehlers dishes it inside to Scott Lewis. Carswell defending the post. Kicks out Neff, up fake. Shot clock down to 7. Neff pulls up. A jumper is true. And he's feeling it now. Heating up here, 9 already. He had 9 in all of the first half. He has 9 in this one. Up to 18. 8-point lead for the Eagles. McMichael tries a 3. Don't see him pull up too often. And it sails out of play. much to Coach Kane's chagrin. Luke Caruso is back in for Husson. Caruso finds himself down low. He dishes back out to Neff. Right now, Husson, you can rely on Riles Neff. He's feeling it. McCulley. Here is Riles with 8 seconds. A heat check. He buries it. Riles Neff heating up now, up to 21. And he puts Husson up by 11. Other end, foul against the Eagles. I think they'll get McCulley. Coach Caruso wanted a travel. And they will call a foul instead. UMPI to run a set piece. Nice dish underneath Harris. Good finish. UMPI needed that one. Back to 9. You got to get out on Neff now. I mean, he pulled up in your face last time. No reason he can't do it again. Caruso, a dribble drive, hands off to McCulley. In the lane, has to kick out Caruso. Catch and shoot. Too strong. Rebounded by Gilbert Jean. Nearing the midway point of the second half, Jean loses the handle. Husson up by 9. They were up 2 at the break. Jean, a catch and shoot, left wing, front rim, tipped in the air, controlled by the Eagles. And the best rebounding team in the conference continues to do so. Blocked by Carswell on the other end. Good job by Saquon Carswell. UMPI, a team that doesn't get many blocks. They are last in the North Atlantic Conference in that category, but Carswell a big one there. Mentioned the women's game to follow tonight. Caruso swung. Neff, catch and shoot. He has another one. Unbelievable. Riles Neff. He knew he can shoot it. He knew that he was their stud. He just hadn't been playing up to his potential. UMPI held him to 17 last game, which 17 is still a good clip. Or just under his average, but tonight, well above that, already at 24. Harris almost had an and one, fading away, and he will have 2 free throws. Try to get UMPI back to a 10-point deficit. And the Husson women's team right in front of us. Going to go to the locker room. And UMPI thought they had a steal, but instead we'll get a whistle. Caruso kicks out. For 3, Ehlers in and out. Bryce Lawrence, a spark plug for UMPI off the bench. They got Ellington, Melick, Carswell. Melick tries a 3, no good. UMPI out there, Ellington, Melick, Carswell, Lawrence, and Danny Harris. So 4 of the 5 off the bench for the Owls. Taupe Alo, Scott Lewis, Riles Neff, Luke Caruso, and Eric Ehlers for Husson. Lewis in the post, should have a tie-up. We do. But the arrow will favor Husson, though. Taupea low, lobs it in. Maranta up against Lawrence. He's fouled by Bryce Lawrence. And now Jeremy Maranta will have 2 free throws. Maranta just a touch under 70% on the year from the line. This is his first one tonight. Hits the second. Husson back up by a dozen with 9:20 and change to go. Lawrence. Melick inside Carswell up against Lewis. That's a mismatch. Blocked by Lewis. And he has the height advantage, and it shows right there. Won't be outsized tonight, no matter which big man's on the floor, whether it's Scott Lewis, Jared Balser. Now with Doug McCullough on the bench, UMPI loses a lot of that size. Tipped in the air, last touched by Miles Jones. Right now, Husson up by 12. Certainly not out of reach, but they just seem to have taken the energy out of this building in this half. Ehlers, a catch and shoot as the shot clock winds down. UMPI gets a board, much needed one. Jones up ahead with Lewis to beat. He's fouled by Scott Lewis. Miles Jones, 66.7% on the year. Misses his first one. Makes a second. They spread the floor a little bit. Underneath Maranta, back to Lewis. Leave him open. Lewis pull up Jay, around it out, tipped in the air, controlled by Ellington of UMPI. Outlets to Melick. Jones drives, tries laying it in, tipped in the air, rebounded by Husson. UMPI going into a little bit of pressure right now. Maranta, other way, lays it in. They toss it up front. Lawrence along the baseline. Pull up 3. Ellington, UMPI needs one to fall. It goes out of bounds. 7:47 to go. Husson finds himself up with their biggest lead. UMPI will get their 4 starters back in. Tough angle there from Taupea low. Doesn't go. McMichael, pull-up jumper. Nothing doing offensively right now for the Owls. We got a timeout on the floor. It's a full timeout. 7:13 to go, and it's a 13-point lead for the Eagles, 61-48. 64-51, 5:29 to go in the game. Riles Neff having himself a heck of a second half. Heck of a game in general. 64-51. Husson going to go spread the floor a little bit. They can afford to do so as just over 5 minutes to go. Lawrence almost gets a steal, but Neff gets it back. Collin underneath. Lewis is fouled. He'll earn 2 free throws as the shot clock goes all the way down. A great possession for the Eagles. (66-51). Lewis makes both. Harris. UMPI can't afford to take their time now as all of a sudden the clock becomes a huge factor here. Jean drives. Shot put up. And we will get a foul. So we apologize for some audio issues out of 2 timeouts ago until this last timeout. Finally got those resolved. Jean misses the first. Second one missed as well. For 3, McCulley cans it from the corner, and that could be the knockout blow here. It's an 18-point lead for Husson. Jean up ahead, draws a foul in the lane. And Husson just, I mean, they struggled so much in that first half shooting. They have shot the lights out, especially thanks to Riles Neff in this second half. McCulley from the same spot wants another, and he has another. And Husson making it rain right now, up by 19 with 4:10 to go. We haven't seen this all year here at home. UMPI needs to start putting shots up. McCulley can't get a 3 to go. And UMPI, this is an unusual spot for them. Again, every game except one this year has been decided by 10 points or less, and that one was a blowout victory. So they never are down this much this late. Down at Thomas, Farmington looks like they are going to seal the win. 86-60, they are up with under a minute left. Neff has 2 more, and the lead continuing to swell for Husson. Looking for their first win here in 3 years. McCullough, Jean swung, Lawrence looking for 3, in and out. Then a slap foul on the rebound on McCullough. Uncharted territory for the Owls right now. They are not used to being in this spot. Especially this year, a team that's, I mean, they're 10-12, but every game just so close. And mentioned the gym being silent, it has gotten even quieter with 3:10 to go. The people in the front row might be able to hear me. Neff. Lewis, catch and shoot, corner 3, too strong. McCullough with the board. McCullough up ahead, block, and we will have 2 shots. Thought we might get a player control call, but it'll be a block on Derek Collin. So Farmington will improve to 9-3 in NAC East play. So that wraps up their conference schedule. They have UMaine Augusta this weekend in a couple of non-conference games, but Farmington, for a team that graduated 4 out of 5 starters, impressive to come out this year and go 9-3. Last year, 10-0. They lost Kane, they lost Moss, they lost Donlin, they lost Story, and they just reloaded. A credit to them. And they still have a chance to host. If Husson drops one of the final 3, it would go to a tiebreaker, and I'm not sure who would have the tiebreaker as they split head-to-head on the season. But Husson does control their own destiny here. If they win out, they have Leslie this weekend, the last place team, so if they take care of business like they should, they will host. Neff gives it away to his teammate now, Lewis. Finishes for 2 more. In a game that started out so low scoring, Husson is just below their average net here with 2:20 to go. James Yamashita, Charlie Mellick into the game, gonna come into the game for UMPI. Ellington's 3 is no good. Looks like UMPI will get a couple of other subs in. Alish Moreno, Elijah Smith off the bench. Under 2 minutes left. Neff gives way. Pull-up jumper by McCulley is good. Logan Migliori also going to come in, and they'll roll through the timeouts. As UMPI is going to call off the dogs here, Husson will improve to 18-5 on the year. It'll be 8-2 in division conference play. And Coach Caruso finally gets the monkey off. I say finally. It's been 2 straight victories here at home for UMPI over Husson, but gets the UMPI monkey off his back. UMPI had won 3 in a row. 4 of the last 5, but before that, Husson had won 27 in a row. So that's more what Coach Caruso is used to over UMPI. Moreno, a 3 off the bench. The pick and pop buries it. Husson going to get a bunch of subs in as well. Maranta to the rim, blocked by Moreno. He sees the floor, up ahead, Migliori stepped out of bounds. Tyler Frazier also coming in for the Owls. And UMPI played so many close games this year. Some of the subs really just haven't had a chance to go in because of the amount of close games they've been in. And finally they get one that's not close. Unfortunately for UMPI, they're on the losing end of it, but Husson out there with Gil Matondo. Also in Hamza Abdul-Rahman. Underneath, Matondo gets it in 1. Good for him off the bench. So UMPI's going to fall to 5-5, which will bring them into a tie with MMA for 3rd place. Thomas will fall to 4-6, so they'll have some work to do, but they do have MMA this weekend, so they could still, if they win both of those, they could get themselves into the playoffs. Migliori for 3, buries it. Matondo with Yamashita defending. Migliori tips it out of bounds. .35 seconds to go. Matondo drives. Maybe one more possession here for the Eagles, you might imagine. Matondo kicks out. Caruso wants 3, cashes in. .20-second shot clock is off. Migliori drives baseline, falling out of bounds. Tried to throw it back to Elijah Smith. Goes the other way. And now a low falls on it, and that gives it to UMPI. Would have been backcourt. He fell on it and he was out of bounds, so UMPI will have the basketball. He can laugh about it since they're up by 23. Tyler Frazier, 7 seconds. Steps into a shot, no good. Rebounded by Matundo, that's gonna do it. The Husson Eagles come up the I-95 and Route 1 and beat the UMPI Owls 84-61, a decisive victory and a great second half for the Eagles. It was only 2 points at half. They win by 23. We'll go down through scoring real quick. First for UMPI, they were led. Danny Harris had 18, Gilbert Jean had 14, Doug McCullough had 10, the big three for the Owls there, picking up the scoring slack. Aki McMichael with 4, Miles Jones with 4, Logan Migliori, Bryce Lawrence, and Alish Moreno each with 3, and Saquon Carswell with 2. Then Husson Riles Neff had 26 points. I believe it was 29. I think they gave a 3 to the wrong person. I think he had 29 points. McCulley with 14, Maranta with 11, Scott Lewis with 11, Tope Alau with 3, Eric Ehlers with 2, Caruso, Matundo, O'Hare each had 3, and Derek Collin and Jared Balser with 4. Again, Husson, an 84-61 victory. They improved to 8-2 in conference play with Leslie coming up this weekend. UMPI will fall to 5-5. They have Linden for 2 this weekend. Don't go far. In about 30 minutes' time, the UMPI women will face off against the Husson women. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Whittier Gymnasium for the second end of tonight's doubleheader between Husson and UMPI. Earlier, the men's game, the Husson Eagles pulled away in the second half to come out on top 84-61. It's the most lopsided loss all year for UMPI, and Husson improves on their impressive record to 18-5. They become 8-2 in the NAC East Division and will control their own destiny going into this weekend as to whether or not they host the NAC tournament for the second time in 3 years. On the women's side of things, Husson enters with a record of 13-9. They are 7-2 in their division conference record. UMPI 12-9, and they are 5-4 in their division conference record. These two teams meet up twice a year, every year. Last year actually met up 3 times as they met in the NAC East semifinals. It was an 87-61 victory for the Eagles. That was down in MMA last year. And again, the Mariners are set to host the women's tournament. Yet again, Husson's 2 conference losses, both to the Mariners of MMA. As we look down through Husson's roster, they are probably as deep a team as you can imagine. And their stud, Bailey Donovan, does the bulk of their scoring, averages 17 a game in the conference categories. She's second in points per game, second in rebounds, first in field goal percentage, first in free throw percentage, third in blocks. So that's a player that night in, night out, there's really not many ways to contain her. And Donovan had 17 the last time these two teams met up, which is right on her average, and UMPI got to hope for that or less tonight if they want a chance to win. Outside of that, for the Eagles, they have a lot of guards, and a lot of them do a lot of the same things. They shoot well. They, facilitate the ball well. Sophia Torres-Reyes is the point guard. She's a transfer this year. She averages 19.3 minutes, but averages 6.8 per game, had 10 last time, and really is the point guard for the Eagles. We'll look for her to do most of the ball handling duties for Husson. And for UMPI, they have dealt with a lot of injuries this season. Still a decent record, 12-9, 5-4 in conference, coming off a weekend sweep where they're on the losing end to the undefeated Maine Maritime Mariners, and looking to bounce back here today. They beat Thomas a week ago. They lost to Husson 2 weeks ago, 65-48, and that was a game without their leading scorer, Emily Wheaton. But the Owls, they just remain persistent despite how many injuries run through to however many key players you can imagine. Emily Wheaton and Leah Milano have each been out in their own respects this year. Olivia Gray and Lexi Ireland have picked up a lot of the slack in the scoring column of things. And the Owls tonight just looking to keep it close early on against Husson and stay within striking distance. We saw them do the same thing last year down at Husson and only lost by 3. And the UMPI Owls have not beat Husson since 2005, the 05-06 season. So trying to end a long streak there. And as the final seconds tick away, we will send it down to the table. Alessandra Marquin with starting lineups.
And now for you to remain at the side. A 5-5 run from first down lane, number 15, Emily Wheaton. A 5-9 serve from Howard Lane, number 15, Alexis Allen. A 5-8 guard from Southwest Harbor Lane, number 23, Olivia Burley. A 5-11 goal from Button Lane, number 33, Aileen Thompson. A 5-9 guard from Lake Town, California, number 34, Alita
Those were the starting lineups for Kissy Walker's Husson Eagles. It'll be Sophia Torres-Reyes, Michaelin Porter, Hannah Richards, Macy Beals gets the start, and kind of a homecoming game for her from Bridgewater, Maine, not too far down the road. Went to Central Aroostook High School, and Bailey Donovan rounds out the starting five for them. Donovan to tip things off. UMPI with Lexi Ireland, Emily Wheaton, Leah Milano, Olivia Gray, and Lindsay Hamilton. So it'll be Hamilton and Donovan to tip. This has got to be one of the most daunting things if you are going up against Bailey Donovan in a jump ball. I don't know when the last time she lost a jump ball. I'm sure maybe another team somewhere in the realm of their schedule has somebody close to her height, and she will immediately get the basketball and be fouled and have 2 shots. And she's the type of post player that you can't just hack and hope, because she is the #1 free throw shooter in the conference on the women's side. 83% from the line. Convincing first one. And 2 for 2 for Bailey Donovan. UMPI, a team that cannot freelance very well. They got to depend on their set pieces if they want to get on the scoreboard. Wheaton is open. She'll think better of it and try a 3. Front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Torres-Reyes. Reyes started 21 of 22 games for the Eagles this season. Donovan back out to Porter. Kind of a homecoming game for her from Smyrna, Maine. Not too far down the road either. Donovan put back. She's hacked by Hamilton. And Donovan will have 2 more. Bailey Donovan, a 5th-year senior for Husson. Listed at 6'4" on the website. And she's every bit of that. Look at 4. Oh, I jinxed her. 3 for 4 from the line. And she has all 3 of Husson's points. Milano up ahead for UMPI. Wheaton spins around Beals over to Milano. Wheaton gets a ball screen, drives a little bit, and pulls up. No good. Rebounded by Donovan. Porter, left block, trying to get around Hamilton. Dishes back out. Here's Porter. Long 2. Front rim, no good. Donovan, and Ireland wins the battle for the board that time. Lexi Ireland 4th in the conference in rebounds. Holding her own under there, even though she's outsized by about 5 inches. Gray. Back to Ireland. Over in the corner, cutting to the hoop. Hamilton, a good cut, but better defense by Michaelin Porter, and it was deflected last touch by Lindsay Hamilton. Beals underneath. Nobody closes out. She has an easy jumper. And it's 5-0 Husson. Gray going to work a bit of a mismatch there. Kicks out. Ireland tries a 2. Back iron. UMPI still looking for their first points. 2.5 minutes into this one. Up ahead. Beals slips free. Has no angle. Falls to the ground. So UMPI will have a 5-on-4 for a moment. Ireland going to look for the empty player somewhere. Couldn't take advantage of the power play there. Porter for long 2. High off the rim. No good. Tipped out. And it's 1 and done. Milano to Gray. She's going to try a left wing 3. No good. Rebounded. Ireland put back. They're going to say it was a clean block by Michaelin Porter. Ireland has to get rid of it. She's fouled by Donovan. That's one thing UMPI can hope for, is that Donovan gets into foul trouble early. Up there it says it's her fourth, but we're barely 2 minutes into this one. That's only her first. Ireland blocked by Macy Beals. All ball, you could hear it from here. See some of her fan section down in the front row. Porter, the take baseline, no good. Wheaton, hesitation, takes it to the rim, tries it up and under, counted in, one. Macy Beals with a foul there. Emily Wheaton, nice touch. And she'll have a chance. Owls' first points there. Will have a chance to pull within two. And she does make the free throw. A great free throw shooter, Emily Wheaton is. Beals, nice pass underneath. Porter has to try a backwards reverse. Not a good look. Wheaton fakes right side. Backdoor pass. Hamilton. Donovan came in from behind, made that tough on her. Kirsten Shade will come off the bench for UMPI. Pull up Jay Porter. She gets her first points at 7-3. Wheaton, a floater, no good. Rebounded by Ireland, back to Milano. Thought about a three, got Richards in the air, high arcing jumper, front rim, no good. Richards, one-on-one with Milano. Milano wins the battle there. December 10th, 2005. That was the last time the Owls defeated the Eagles. Ireland's scoop layup, no good. That's 15 in a row for Husson before tonight. Beals. Wheaton. They let her shoot, and she makes Macy Beals pay there as Wheaton makes it 7-6. She has all 6 of UMPI's points. Trying to get back to the rate she's used to scoring at. She's missed some time here and there this season. And Macy Beals banks in a three. Didn't call, maybe she called bank, but it counts as 3 nonetheless. Husson back up 4. Layla Martinez and Jordan Lengel get set to check in for Husson. Hamilton traveled. Well defended by Porter and Donovan. Lengel will come out. Or Donovan will come out, excuse me. Lengel in for her, and Martinez is in for Beals. A couple other players that get solid minutes for Coach Walker at Husson. Sophia McVicker and Lauren Cook, both on the bench right now. Won't be long before we see them. Porter, baseline. Working around Shade. Nice moves, but can't get the finish. Now a tie-up on the board. Porter and Ireland get tangled up. And here is Lauren Cook and Sophia McVicker in for Porter and Reyes, Torres Reyes. I'll be working it around. Wheaton gets it to Gray up top. Got some cutters underneath, but nothing doing. Wheaton steps back, gets it to Ireland. 2 on the shot clock, gotta hurry, gets a good look, nothing doing. Richards, other way. Lobs underneath. Lengel is free. Had the look in the post there, but it doesn't fall. A timeout called by Coach Kane of UMPI, a 30-second timeout, 2:50 to go first quarter, and it's 10-6. Out of the timeout, UMPI trailing by 4. Gray cutting to the hoop, wide open, Ireland. And a good play there for UMPI. Found some space, and Ireland finishes for 2. Richards drives, gets it back, the putback. She'll draw a foul on it. Have 2 free throws. Anna Richards Jr. from Bradley, Maine, went to Old Town High School. 72% from the line. Cameron Alla in for UMPI. Richards splits the pair. It's 11-8. Shade needs some help. Gets it to Gray in the middle of the floor. Gray with Richards defending. Up ahead. Takes it all the way into the paint. Needs to get rid of it. She does to Ireland. Ireland tightrope in the end line, but too much as she did step out. Richards, nice pass inside. Jordan Lengel for 2. Gray. Ireland working around, falls, and will draw. Nope, they'll get a 3-second call before anything else could happen. Lengel kicks out. McVicker swung to Cook. They get it back on a give and go. Lauren Cook to the hoop. No good. Tipped in the air. And Kirsten Shade couldn't handle it. Husson calls out a play under a minute first quarter. Shot clock winding down to 7. Martinez drives, loses it, and picked up by Cameron Alice. She's trapped in the backcourt, tries dribbling out of it. Needs to find somebody, and Wheaton will draw a foul on Martinez. Alla around the midcourt stripe, gets it past. Finds Gray. Husson bringing their defense way out now. Gray lobs underneath. Hamilton had a look, couldn't lay it in. But we'll get a whistle, and there will be 2 free throws. (13-9) now, shot clock off, 15 seconds in the first quarter. Free is Cook for 3, no good, rebounded by Gray. 5 seconds, gotta hurry. Hamilton has space, dishes away to Shade at the buzzer. Her shot is no good, would have been good if it fell. But after 1 quarter of play, it's 13-9, Eagles with the 4-point lead. First possession of the second quarter, Husson will have it. They work it around to Lauren Cook. Donovan up top, puts it on the floor. Shot clock winding down again. Here's McVicker, drives through the defense, puts it up, no good. Rebounded by UMPI. Wheaton. Now Alla. Jump stop, long 2, in and out. Donovan gonna try a perimeter shot. Don't see her do it too often. I get it back to her. Donovan working around, lays it in for 2. Gray, it's a screen from Wheaton. Gray works her way up the floor. Back to Ireland. Ireland, soft touch, can't get it to fall. Other way, they slip free. Reverse layup by Lauren Cook. And Husson jumps out to a fast start in this quarter, up 17-9 now. Wheaton, a 3, that's her spot. Just couldn't get it to go. And Donovan with an easy rebound. Again leaking free is Cook, and that's 2 times in a row. Going the other way. Husson up by 10, 19-9. Wheaton tries to create her own offense, and she does. Nice take by Emily Wheaton. Wheaton went to Husson her freshman year after high school, graduated high school way back in 2018, but got injured before the first game An ACL injury, missed that entire season. Transferred to UMPI, got another eligibility year back with COVID, and finds herself 6 years removed from high school, but still on her last year of eligibility, and she has made her mark on UMPI basketball. Reached 1,000 points earlier this season. Missed some time this year with various ailments, and happy to be back out there for the remainder of the season, Lord willing. 19-12, Husson. Wheaton drives right side, loses it, and it's stolen by Torres Reyes. Throws it up ahead. Husson trying to run the floor right now with Cook. Cook is fouled by Gray. Just extended the arms. Catch and shoot. Torres Reyes, no good. Cook. That was McVicker, sorry. Get those two mixed up, both from Callis. Underneath. Put back by Donovan, no good. And Lexi Iron looks to be a little bit shaken up after that. And Donovan has the easiest 2 points she will have of the night. Ireland looks like she'll be all right. Had her back turned to us, so I'm not sure what the shakeup was. Foul right off the inbound in the backcourt against Husson. Carly Price is in for the Eagles. One of the few players on Husson not from the state of Maine, as Coach Kissy Walker really has just about an all-star team worth of Maine players. Wheaton, a runner, no good. Torres Reyes, the defense parted. She takes it right to the hoop for two. Timeout called by UMPI. 23-12, Husson with the lead. UMPI looking for answers offensively. Done a decent job defensively, although Husson has beaten them back down the floor a couple times this quarter. Underneath Ireland, a good look. She just can't get it to go. And Ireland seems to be, at times a theme for her, but she also has one of the better field goal percentages in the conference. A block here on this end by Milano from behind. Torres Reyes gets it back, and up he does get a stop, but Ireland sixth in the conference in field goal percentage. Milano along three. UMPI needed that one, and she gets her first points of the night. Rhode Island underneath, great post moves always. Creates her own space. Has been a great player for the Owls this year. Averaging 15 a game. Donovan, two more. Milano up ahead, hands off. Milano flinches, thought Ireland was going to pass it into her face accidentally. Ireland back to Shade. She tries a three. Nothing. So UMPI pretty thin tonight, if you couldn't tell. Just three on the bench, and that's kind of become the norm for them, especially in this second semester. They did play a game with 5 active players a few weekends ago. That was down at Anna Maria College in Western Mass. Underneath, shot put up there by Torres Reyes. It's still loose on the ground. Reyes gets it back, dishes. McVicker tries a three, too strong. tipped around. Roxanne Sasse is in there for Husson. Underneath, Donovan, 2 more. And like a broken record, Husson back up by 12. Donovan up to 11 in the game. Gray to Alla. Caitlin Porter on her. Ireland tries along too. Can't get it to fall. Ireland, see her fiddling a little bit with a wrist tape on her right arm, so that could have been the reason for the shakeup last few possessions ago. Lacey Scanlon in for Husson. Mentioned all sorts of main players for the Eagles, although a couple from afar. Roxanne Sasse hails from Italy. Sofia Torres Reyes from California, transfer from Ventura College. Ireland, count it. Nope, they'll wave it off and say it was on the floor before the shot. Gotta be frustrating. Finally gets one to fall and it doesn't count. Lauren Magno in for UMPI. Shot put up. Milano, no good. Rebounded by Porter. Scanlon up ahead. Stops on a dime. Puts up the shot and in. Lacey Scanlon went to John Baptist High School. Not far at all from where Husson is. Ireland, good ball fake, puts up the scoop layup, no good. Throw it up ahead, looking for Scanlon through her arms and out of play. 3:38 to go in the half. Layla Martinez is back in. Martinez went to Bangor High School. There's tons of players from the area of Husson. You got Martinez from Bangor, Scanlon from John Baptist, Richards from Old Town, and then some other, a couple players from Callis, McVicker and Lauren Cook. Trinity Montigny, not active tonight, but she's from Ellsworth. And Caitlin Porter from Southern Aroostook. Macy Beals from Central Aroostook. The list goes on. Billy Donovan from Hamden. Milano. Drives left side, finds some space. Her shot is short. Nice rebound by Cameron Alla to keep it alive. Magno in and out. Underneath, Milano shot, no good. Lid on the rim right now for UMPI. Olivia Gray is going to come back in. Sasse lobs underneath Donovan, working around. Alla, nice hands, tips it free. Martinez, no good for three. Porter battling for the board, but Magno ends up with it. Gray in transition, trying to beat Donovan. And fans are asking for a foul there. They might have a case. Donovan, of course, always is going to get the better of the physical interchange, but that in that scenario right there, it definitely looked like she was drifting into Gray. In the lane, Gray is fouled now. Gray goes 2 for 2, 29-17, 12-point lead for Husson. Hasn't gotten out of hand yet for UMPI by any means, but it's been a struggle bus offensively. Sasse, long two, runs into her own teammate Porter, and Porter's been on the ground a lot. Gray, pass to Magno, try getting it back to Gray. She saves it. Now Milano's open. Her mid-range jumper is good. Back to 10 now. Martinez to Scanlon, catch and shoot. Long two, cans it. Wheaton with Martinez coming from behind. Gets it into the front court. A pick from Magno, and that will be called an illegal screen. I'm not sure how. I don't like to criticize the refs on here, but just got a second glance at the replay, and I'm not sure how. Callaway LePage is in for Husson. Another Mainer from Skowhegan. Porter, Sasse for three, yes. Roxanne Sasse back on the floor this year. Tore her ACL last year in the home game early in the season against UMPI. Played solid minutes in this one, and Husson has climbed to a 15-point lead with 5 quick points. It looks like we got blood on Roxanne Sasse's jersey or arm somewhere, so coming on into the game will be Cameron Neal. Milano gets it into Gray at a tight window. Gray kicks it out for three. Hamilton front of the rim. Husson's used pretty much everybody. Now Magno, no, we'll get a 3-second call. Thought they were going to get Magno reaching in, but it'll go on Cameron Neal, or Callaway LePage, sorry, for 3 seconds. 30 seconds to go in the half. Wheaton up ahead with Martinez. Staying close to her. Gets a applause from the Husson faithful here. 20 seconds. 2-second differential between the shot and the game clock. Milano in a tight spot. Gets rid of it to Wheaton. Now finds underneath. Hamilton is free. Nice vision by Emily Wheaton. Martinez the other way. 3 seconds. Has to go quick. Gets a ball screen. They'll wave it off. Team control foul on Cameron Neal. So now that's an illegal screen going both ways. So get even out in the end. They're going to add some time here. Is that going to be it? There should be some time, but see if they'll add a second or maybe a few tenths of a second. I would say at least half a second. Nope, they're going to head into the locker room. So that's going to do it for the first half of play. 34-21, Husson with the lead. Bailey Donovan with 11. Macy Beals has 5. And Lacey Scanlon with 4. Those are the leaders for Husson. Emily Wheaton with 9 for UMPI. Leah Milano has 5. And then Hamilton with 3. Gray and Ireland each with 2. So that's the first half scoring. Husson up by 13. Back at Wadeen Gymnasium, Husson up by 13. They will have the ball to start the second half. It'll be the same 5 starters out there for Husson. Macy Beals, Sophia Torres-Reyes, Hannah Richards, Bailey Donovan, and McKaylin Porter. UMPI will, same goes for them. Milano, Wheaton, Ireland, Hamilton, and Gray. We get Donovan in the high post, over to Richards. She drives, kicks back to Donovan. Beals, jumper no good, rebounded by Gray. Gray having some trouble in the backcourt. Nobody is back to help. Porter gets a steal. It's an easy bucket for Hannah Richards. Off the miscue with the press. Milano up ahead is free to the hoop. She lays it in, answers quickly. The runner, Sophia Torres-Reyes. 2 quick buckets for Husson to start things. Mentioned 15 straight wins for the Eagles over the Owls. Dating back to December of 05. UMPI was very, very close last year. Down at Husson, lost by 6 points in the end, but they had the lead for a lot of that game. That's the closest they have been on this current streak. Of course, they didn't play quite as often back in the day when they were in different conferences and whatnot. UMPI became a member of the North Atlantic Conference back in 2017, the 17 to 18 season. Beals struggles with it, and Wheaton is able to pull it away for UMPI. Has Milano up ahead. They have found her just a little bit too late. As Husson catches up, she puts up a shot, and nothing going on there for UMPI. Milano jumps the passing lane. Richards gets it back. Now she has a free lane to the hoop. Dishes off. Donovan draws a foul. And the best free throw shooter in the conference. We'll have 2 more here. Milano leads Lexi Ireland just a bit too far. Right idea. Porter, the runner, no good. Donovan, the putback, yes. Up ahead, Milano tiptoes the end line, but she did step out. Back over to Husson, 42-24. The Eagles now up to an 18-point advantage. 7:39 left in the third. Richards, middle of the lane with Milano. That could have been 3 seconds. Kicks out Porter, no good. Wheaton tracks down the board. Keeps it going for UMPI. Wheaton, left side, gets free and will draw some contact. Wheaton all out, no matter. And really the whole UMPI team, no matter what the scoreboard says, they played very hard down at Husson. it's really impressive the run that the Eagles have been on under Coach Kissy Walker. Took over 1989 to 1990 season, so we're 34th year at the helm. At her playing days at UMaine. And Coach Walker, the beat goes on really every year. It's the best recruiting class in Maine. However, Maine Maritime has had their number in recent years. They lost to the Mariners in the NAC East Championship last year by 3. Milano will draw a foul up ahead. 2 years ago, 2021-2022, beat MMA in the NAC East, but lost in the NAC Championship to try and get to the NCAA tournament. So the last time they went to the tournament was 2019-2020, pre-COVID. But if they want to dethrone MMA, they're going to have to do it down and in Castine. 2 losses to MMA this year, 63-53 at home and 72-67 down there. That's a tough place to play, a tough place to go to, Castine, very remote. A 14-point lead for Husson. The game down to a slow pace. Reyes shot no good, rebounded Ireland. Wheaton, up ahead to Gray. Nice spin move, Olivia Gray gets the finish. Gets the crowd back into it a little bit. McVicker to Richards. Richards stops in a tight spot. Has to get rid of it to Martinez. 5 on the shot clock. McVicker drives. Has to put a shot up. No good. Rebounded UMPI. Wheaton. Baseball pass up ahead to Milano. It's too strong. She saves it. Back to Hamilton. Finds Gray for 3. Front of the rim. The gym would have erupted if she made that one. Milano a second chance for 3. No good. Hamilton came in, but no avail, and UMPI had a chance to get it back to single digits with a couple of 3s there. But playing some inspired basketball right now, even though they are down. They were down by 18, have cut it to 12. Richards drives, blocked by Hamilton. Milano had a chance. And Husson says that should be off Aaliyah Milano's leg. And they will overturn the call. And Milano has make it a case that she got fouled, which it did appear she may have been clotheslined a bit, but she did touch it last, so they get the call right. Torres Reyes, McVicker, right wing, lob inside, Donovan puts up the shot, short, rebounded by Hamilton, outlets to Gray. Ireland's other end. In amongst the trees, kicks out to Olivia Milano, and it gets it back tipped out of bounds. UMPI cuts it to 10. As Lexi Ireland with an easy 2 points. Timeout called by Husson. Coach Kissy Walker wants a chance to talk things over. An 8-0 run right now for the Owls. And it's 42-32 with 4:34 to go in the third. Mentioned Husson trying to get back to the NCAA tournament, a place they were used to being. They went there 5 years in a row from 2015 to 2019. But MMA has been the team that stood in their way in those years. And Maritime was the host last year of the NAC East tournament, and it proved to be valuable in the end with the 3-point victory over Husson in the NAC East championship. And right now at 10-0, provided Thomas College doesn't, even if they did win twice, yeah, MMA has it wrapped up. Even if they drop their last two and Husson wins out, they will still have the head-to-head tiebreaker. That would put them both at 10-2. Richards for three, no good. And last touch by Donovan. Milano to take it in for UMPI, gets it into Gray. In the corner, Milano harassed. Richards and Torres Reyes are in there, and they'll get a hold call against Torres Reyes. Gray all the way into Ireland. She's free, getting through the press. Ireland's gonna try a jump shot. It's good. And the run continues for UMPI. 42-34. That's 10 straight points for the Owls. Husson, a little bit of a drought. This is the closest it's been in a while. Closest it's been this half. Torres Reyes to end the run. No good. Rebounded by McVicker. Hannah Richards drives. Euro step. Nice take. Hannah Richards gets it to go. Husson gets a steal in the backcourt. They don't realize it. Some other players don't, and UMPI catches a break. Milano to try a three. She buries it. 44-37. UMPI slowly chipping away. This is the best basketball they have played in a while. And we will get a whistle and a turnover. 3 seconds on Bailey Donovan. She had the foot in the lane barely. I don't think she thought she was in, but she was. Her foot was half in, half out. I think one foot was in. And that's just enough to warrant 3 seconds. So UMPI will have the ball. Down 7. Wheaton's fouled. And that is the 5th on Husson. So we're in bonus territory the rest of this third quarter. So Wheaton will go to the line. Trying to catch her breath here. And Wheaton makes both. It's a 5-point game, 44-39. McVicker down inside, Donovan kicks out Richards. 20 on the shot clock, she drives. We'll get a block against Olivia Gray, I think. Richards splits the pair. 45-39. Milano kicks out Magno to make it one possession. Can't get the fall. Magno had 11 down at Husson. 3 threes for her. Thought maybe she had one there. Now she'll pick up a foul. Bumped into Sophia McVicker. Hannah Richards to Taurus Reyes. She drives and will pick up a foul on Kirsten Shade of UMPI. McVicker defended by Magno. Tightrope in the sideline there. Husson will take some time off this possession. They get it in. Donovan, that's what they want. She gets a putback, counted in one. And it makes you wonder why it took Husson so long to do that during this UMPI run. Now they have a chance to go back up by 9 just like that. Wheaton up the right sideline, gives to Milano. Up fake, she drives, kicks, swung. Ireland back to Milano. Has to get rid of it. Ireland, 6 on the shot clock. Up against Donovan. Had the look, but couldn't scoop it in. Tough shot if she did make it. McVicker, left elbow, wide open, no good. Tipped in the air. And UMPI gets the board. Milano gonna push it. 1-on-1 with Taurus Reyes, and Taurus Reyes reaches in. And bonus anyway, so regardless of whether she was shooting it or not, she'll go to the line. Milano, good free throw shooter, splits the pair, back to 8 points. And some subs in for Husson. It'll be Carly Price is in. I think the rest stay the same. Post entry, Donovan, they get it back to Cook outside. McVicker for 3, gets it to go. Husson's been looking for those. Not too many threes tonight. It's just their 3rd as a team. Macy Beals has one, and Roxanne Sasse had one before that. So UMPI came all the way back within 5, and now Husson is up by 11 with under a minute, all in this quarter. They're up 13 at half. Donovan outside. Cook now for 3. No good. Board goes right to Hannah Richards, back to Donovan, up and over Hamilton. And that is just size. That's all that is. Just like that, we're back to square run for this quarter. It was 13 at the half, and it's 13 now, the lead for Husson. Milano gonna dribble it out. Hit a 3-second differential here between the shot and the game clock. Milano got to get rid of it. Does with 3 on the shot clock. Hamilton too strong off the back of the rim. 3 seconds. At the buzzer, McVicker, good if it goes, around and out. And that does it. Just like that, UMPI went on a big run, then Husson closes out the quarter, on a run. And they're up by 13 entering the final frame. Start of the fourth quarter. UMPI with a chance there off the first possession, and Milano couldn't quite connect. Cook back to Donovan, met by Hamilton, but a whistle. The lead is 14 for Husson. UMPI staying relatively within striking distance in this half, but they played them pretty 50-50. Magno. Milano kicks out. Hamilton, they leave her for three, and this time she connects on it. Lindsay Hamilton can step outside every once in a while like that. If you give her the open shot, she has a solid chance of converting. For three, back iron. I'll be trying to cut into this Husson lead. Ireland, good up fake. She drives, but lost it. I think it was poked free by a defender, and Husson catches a break. Donovan walked. Drug the pivot foot. And UMPI will have it. Some full court pressure for Husson. Lob it into Wheaton. Hamilton wants another, and she does. 2 straight threes for her. Gets UMPI back within 9. And just like that, Lindsay Hamilton up to 9 in the game. McVicker looking to answer. It's around and out, but an offensive board by Richards. McVicker could have fired away again, but doesn't. Now travel. That one going to go on Carly Price. Our Husson fans in front of us disagree. This is probably the most visiting teams fans we have had this year, although there are quite a few from Farmington a couple weekends back. But Husson, just a 2.5-hour drive. I say just a 2.5-hour drive, but the closest opponent other than UMaine Fort Kent UMPI plays, closest conference opponent. A hold underneath on Hannah Richards. That won't make anybody any happier, as there's the same official 3 times that called a couple traffles and have a hold. The life of an official. Milano gets it back to 7. Here's another UMPI run. Kind of been a game of runs this second half. First half, not so much. Husson just controlled. This half, UMPI came back within 5. Husson ended up back up by 15 again. Drop step, Donovan, shot, no good. Donovan tips it back out. Cook can't track it down. Donovan is the one that slapped that out. They'll get together. I think they'll get this right. I think they will get this right. They overturned one earlier. They will overturn the call. Good officiating again. Donovan came in behind and slapped it out. There was no way anybody else could have gotten to it. Donovan's taller than everybody. And she tried to slap it out to her teammate. Cook couldn't quite track it down. So they get together and get it right. Milano up ahead. Dribbles around, keeps the handle. Gets it to Wheaton. I'll be keeping up the intensity here, hanging around tonight. Wheaton, a nice floater, no good. Rebounded by Donovan, swarmed by 3 Owls, almost get a turnover, and now Richards will be fouled by Wheaton in the backcourt. So Husson 13-9 on the year, currently on a 5-game win streak. A 3 by Lauren Cook silences the home crowd, and Husson needed that. They're up by 10 again, but just when momentum was back in favor of UMPI, it's a big shot by Lauren Cook. Now a team control foul on Olivia Gray. We'll get a timeout called by Coach Kane. And with 6:25 left, it's a 10-point lead for Husson. UMPI, to their credit, is hanging around, but Husson have never let him get closer than 5. Cook left wing for Husson, 6:15 to go. Donovan's pass goes up the side of the backboard. She smiles on her way back into the backcourt, and then Donovan ends up with it. UMPI mishandles it. Richards, right side, will be fouled by either Gray or Wheaton. And if it's on Gray, it'll be her 4th. That's what I got in my live stats. It says 2 on the scoreboard. In live stats, that's her 4th. She's going to have to be careful now with 5:50 to go. Husson could take their time, up double digits. Still some game left, but Richards takes the open look, is able to bank it in. Husson up by 12 now. The urgency just gets a little bit more urgent for UMPI. Hamilton, Milano. Gets it to Wheaton. Wheaton, the runner. She's fouled, and she'll have 2. McVicker will pick that one up. Wheaton 81% on the year. She's 7 of 8 now, 8 of 9 tonight from the line. Hits the second. Hannah Richards over to Cook. Now Donovan, an outside jumper, nothing but net. Bailey Donovan up to 24 in the game. Strokes that one quite easily. Wheaton kicks out to Ireland. Ireland's shot, no good. UMPI can not afford too many more empty possessions with 4.5 to go and down by 12. And now especially that Husson can kind of go into stall ball mode and don't have to settle for anything tough. Donovan, drop step, her shot's no good. Rebounded by Milano of UMPI. Up ahead, Ireland, a 2-on-2. Ireland spins away, gets the shot to fall. Nice finish. Underneath. Hamilton will be whistled for a foul that the crowd thought was clean. Might have got a little bit of the arm. We'll get another look at his second. Now Wheaton's fouled by Cook in the backcourt. Three team fouls each. Milano. Inside, tipped in the air. Ireland gets it. She has some space. She drives. Floater no good. They lob it inside to Donovan. Their post player. It's too easy. Husson up by 14 now. Wheaton tried getting it to Ireland. It's stolen away by Torres Reyes. Thrown all the way up ahead. Cook. One of the quickest players for Husson. We've seen her leak out a couple times tonight. Look at it to Donovan, and she'll do it again. Timeout called by Coach Kane. A full timeout, 68-52 with 2:53 to go. Husson now in firm control. Husson has jumped out to a 16-point lead now with 2:53 to go in prime position to take care of business over the Owls. And 3 straight possessions there where Bailey Donovan had an easy 2 points. Got in front of her defender, Hamilton, and just went up and over her. I don't know what the discussion is between. There's some odds going on the court right now. Coach Walker's upset about something. We've got a discussion between an official and Olivia Gray and Leah Milano down on the right side. I don't know what's going on. Now we have a discussion at the table between our official Nick Murray and I believe the book. The clock is further down the table. Maybe he's talking to the clock. I don't know. This is anybody's guess right now. Is it a matter of how many fouls somebody has? Is it a foul out question? Right now, Hamilton and Gray each with 4 for UMPI. Torres Reyes with 4 for Husson. And we're at a standstill. You rarely see Coach Kissy Walker upset, too, and it seems she was a little bit animated about something, but seems to be resolved, and we'll get going. Nothing changed from what I could see to the naked eye. Nothing changed, and I think Milano will take it up for UMPI. Cameron Alla to the X for the Owls. Looking to get maybe some more shooters into the game. Wheaton, a three. Drifting a little to the left, and so does the shot. 2.5 minutes. Donovan working around. Shade, no good, gets it back, has to dish it away. They're putting a double team on her now. And now they just hit an outside shot with Lauren Cook. Coach King, I don't blame them. Make somebody else beat you. And they'll get a steal in the backcourt. Cook can slow it down. Husson up to 70 points. Poke free, Milano. 3 Husson defenders get back. Ireland on the other end, blocked, but out of bounds. Alla and Magno in, so they're definitely trying to get some more shooters, although Milano and Gray check out, so maybe it's just a breather type thing. But with 1:43 to go, Husson up by 18. Sure looked like they're going to come away with the victory tonight. Timeout called by Coach Walker. I think she just wants to roll through it to get Elizabeth Wyman into the game. She's also from the Bangor area. Went to Herman High School from East Millinocket. Donovan backing down Shade. And it's an easy 2 points for Bailey Donovan. She gives a glance to Kirsten Shade. Kind of a pancake block like in football. Up ahead, Ireland slips free for 2. UMPI still playing hard to their credits. And to the Husson Eagles' credit, they continue to do what they need to do. Lyman blocked from behind by Ireland. Under a minute now. Lobbed underneath. Dish back out. Jumper by Elizabeth Wyman. Sorry, that is Danielle Dow now into the game. She's from MCI, Maine Central Institute, Pittsfield, Maine. Wheaton, spin move. Nice, impressive take. Cook keeping it inbounds, 20 seconds. Stolen by Ireland in transition with Donovan giving chase. Ireland takes it for 2 more. And this is looking like how it will end. 74-58. Husson Eagles, a wire-to-wire victory over the UMPI Owls. They take away the 16-point victory. We'll go down through the totals. First for UMPI, Emily Wheaton led with 18. Lee Milano had 15. Alexi Ireland had 12. Lindsay Hamilton had 9. Olivia Gray had 4. And then for Husson, they were led Bailey Donovan with 32 points. And then nobody else in double digits. Hannah Richards had 8. And everybody else, Lauren Cook had 9. Everybody else had 4 or less. So Husson, namely Bailey Donovan, with the impressive performance, and they will improve to 8-2 in the regular their conference play. UMPI will fall to 5-5. So that's going to do it for tonight. Thank you for joining us for this Husson doubleheader. Take care, everybody.